Welcome. So today, we're going to play some Snowrunner. And I've been thinking about doing hardcore. So I've played this game for, according to Steam, 205 hours. A little more than that, probably. I feel like that's probably wrong. But, yeah, I haven't really done a lot of hardcore. I dabbled in it a little bit and got very not far because I kind of played recklessly like I was playing on the regular version and just kind of stopped playing it. So I decided I was going to do it again. The description per Steam says, I quote, "Get ready for the next generation off-road experience. Ride powerful vehicles and overcome extreme open environments to complete dozens of challenging missions solo or with up to 3 friends." That's accurate. There's more to it though, so let's get into it. So I did check earlier to make sure that I turned all my mods off. There's some people that will say, you know, don't use mods. You use whatever you want. It's your game. You can have fun with it. And there is mods that make the game easier. There's also mods that make the game possibly more challenging. There's mods for maps. There's lots of really neat stuff out there. So do whatever you want to do. But the difference between the regular game, okay, and hard mode, as you can see here on the right, you have to pay for your fuel and repairs. So normally you just go to a gas station, fill up, go to a thing, go to your garage, you get repaired. You also have to pay for vehicle deployment. So if you move from one place to another, or one map to another, normally you could just like restore your vehicle and then just pop it up in another garage, which is sort of how you play the normal campaign. This you have to pay, so everything costs money, really, is the big difference. You have to pay for recovery, so if you recover your vehicle, there's a lot of missions where you can just like finish the mission and then recover to the garage. And so there's a little bit more planning behind this, and that's kind of why I thought, you know what, let's do some hard mode. So but yeah, loading cargo, not able to sell trailers, that's a big one. You make a lot of money. I mean, not mind you, I have pretty much all of the DLC, which I don't think you can use DLC. You have to buy it. We're gonna see. So I'm exploring this as we go. Everything that you sell is half, so you have to really mean it when you sell something. Normally that's sort of a tip for regular campaign, is you buy a upgrade or buy a vehicle, you can sell it back for the same price you bought it for. If you buy a trailer, you can sell it back for the same price you bought it for. So a trailer station is also a gas station in normal, because you can buy a fuel trailer, fill up, and then sell the trailer back for the same price that you paid for it. So yeah, it's an interesting game. I really like it. There's lots of like incremental type things, like you can see up here, my main save is level 26. I have like 800 something thousand dollars, whatever it is, whatever units it is, game dollars. But yeah, you progress as you go. You know, you have a whole fleet of vehicles and you kind of manage through, but this is just more management, which I thought would be interesting. So let's jump in. Let's start a new game. I did this before and I know it skips the tutorial, so I'm gonna go over some tips and stuff that I found on the internet, but like I said, I don't know everything, so I'm kind of learning as I go. So this is your base truck, Chevy CK 1500, kind of a cool starting truck, and I'm gonna keep it base. There's a lot of things you can do to customize it, like so these engines obviously change your power rating and fuel consumption. We want to keep fuel consumption high, you know, very low, because fuel is the biggest issue of hard mode. Finding and maintaining your fuel, because you can't just recover. It's not free. This gearbox down here we're going to be getting in a bit. There's some upgrades in this map, this first set of maps. And we can upgrade these tires right away if we wanted to, but I'm not going to, because if we look down like here, are the off-road tires, right? So these are level 4, if I'm correct. Yeah. And level 4 comes pretty quick. We start at level 2, actually. It skips through tutorial and gives you the experience, so you're level 2. So you have to get 2 levels to get to the off-road tires, and I think we're going to just wait, because you don't really need... The highway tires are fine for this map. So we're going to go out to prove that. There's a very good... It's more money than we even have to start with. But this winch, it works when the vehicle's off, so usually the times that you absolutely need the winch is when you tip your vehicle. And when that happens, the engine shuts off and you can't use the winch. So this winch is really good for scouts because you can winch when the vehicle's off. So, so this we don't get for a while. This you can get right away, but it's expensive and we don't really need it right away because there isn't really any deep water to deal with. And then later on we can get like some supplies and stuff, but I have some ideas of what I'm going to do for a scout because I haven't done it before. So if we look at the store, we go to scouts. This is a very good vehicle, but it's very expensive. Okay. These are DLC vehicles, and a lot of people will tell you, oh, don't buy DLC vehicles, cheating. You know, if you paid for it, buy whatever you want. But I'm probably not going to use a DLC vehicle. I'm going to use one that we're going to go find. And it's not necessarily the most recommended vehicle because it's tippy. There's a lot of vehicles that like to have the tendency to tip. But anyhow, we're going to get started. So this is where you start. You start at your garage. And there's some tips, obviously, as we go through as I'm driving and that kind of thing. But I definitely know that there's a vehicle parked over here that we're going to need. But it's very broken, so we need to tow it over to this trailer here. So these are little upgrade icons. If you're very new to the game, this is an upgrade. And you want to find all these on the map. And I have a hotkey set to my winch on my mouse, so I can use it quickly, which we'll get to later. That's a definite thing that I've learned over time of playing this game is quick winching can save you from tipping over. So these 2 trailers are ours to use, and if you find trailers like this, you'll get experience when you come up to them. So like this, that's a trailer that's free, and I can use all that stuff. It's not part of a mission. This trailer is also free and not part of a mission. If I come up to this one, I'm not going to get experience because this is part of a mission. So you can see, like I'm up by it, I found it, but it didn't give me experience. So that means that this is part of a mission, and we'll get to mission trailers a little bit later. But so let's stop that. This is you have to pull this because you have to connect these trailers in order for the repair points to work. But I have to get it close enough so it can connect to this truck. So I'm gonna yank it a little bit this way, a little bit more this way. All right, that's good enough. And then whenever you stop in hard mode, turn your engine off because you're not wasting gas then. Except I just started it again. Don't hit that button again. All right, so you can change truck when you're next to it, and I'm just gonna attach this trailer and then repair, and I'm just gonna use everything in repair because we need this vehicle to work. And I'm going to steal a little bit of fuel from this Chevy, which you can do. And then we're going to detach this trailer, turn the handbrake off, start this vehicle up, and we're just going to go park it in the garage for now. Because before we use it, we're going to get some upgrades for it. Okay. So to get back out, you go to your map, and I'm going to go back to this vehicle. We're going to hop in here. So we're going to do some exploring, and then we're going to talk about the game a little bit. So obviously, one of the neatest parts is the setting, right? This is Michigan. I don't know what Michigan looks like in this, whatever part of Michigan it's trying to... I've been to Michigan. I live not far away, but I can't tell you what part of Michigan they're trying to mimic, but I can tell you that the Wisconsin map, which is where I'm from, looks like Wisconsin. There's definitely some cues, so I'm assuming they did a good job. And like I said, the graphics of this game are just, it's astonishing how like peaceful it feels in this game. So flipping all-wheel drive on and off will save you some gas. And like I said, that's the biggest thing in here. And the big thing I've learned from my first foray into hardcore, which I made a very expensive and annoying mistake of tipping my vehicles all the time and needing recovery or other vehicles to go get them, is you just gotta slow down. Don't play like you play in normal. Slow down a little bit and take your time. It's a game that's not meant to be done in an hour. Alright, so we're grabbing this upgrade. Some of the things that you'll learn with scout vehicles is they do not like mud. So like this looks muddy up here, and I know it is muddy up here, so I'm going to stay off to the left. Because you'll get stuck. And a lot of using the winch, that's something that you will learn to use a lot of to get yourself out of trouble. Switching back and forth, like I said, from all-wheel drive is definitely something that you do a lot, but like this is pretty mucky in here. All right, so this is just a path. I know this map pretty well, and we're gonna stop here in a second. I'm gonna go over some tools that are very useful to this game as well, which I've used over time. Before we do that, we're gonna go up here because I know there's a fuel trailer up here that you can use. It's one of those that when you find it, it gives you experience, which means it's yours to do whatever you want with. So I'm gonna use all the fuel out of this one. And these are missions, these are tasks, I should say. And usually what you do, or at least what I do, is just grab the tasks as you get them, because then you can go into a menu in the map and select them as you want. All right, so see, I found this trailer. I'm going to turn my engine off. And I can just use as much fuel out of this as I want. So all of this 529 gallons I can use. And it's free. Doesn't cost me anything. If you go to a gas station, it costs you money, which again is a limited source. So one of the tools, there's a couple of tools. If you're looking for maps, let me go to this screen here. All right, so this is Map Runner, and I'll leave a link in the description. But basically what this is all of the maps. So we're on this starter map, right? The Black River, Michigan map. And there's obviously tools up here for like what missions are what, cargo, upgrades, vehicles, all that good stuff. There's all sorts of neat stuff in here. But this is the map. Now, if I look at this map, right? If I look at our map in game, and go back to the game. Okay. And zoom out. So here's our map, right? And we have this watchtower. This is sort of the goal of the game, right? To complete the missions, do all these missions. So I grab that one mission, right? So I can select this and track it, right? And it tells me where I need to go. So we go up that path, go up here, grab this thing. Okay. And it tells you should use a scout vehicle, which I'm using a scout vehicle, but we're not going to do that right now. But that's the purpose of grabbing those missions, is you can go up here and just select them. These are contracts, which is part of the game, is to complete all the contracts, obviously, and you earn experience and money, and then you level up and, you know, get things done from that way. But this map is very shaded, right? You can't see. You have to get these watchtowers to explore this circle, right? Now, if I go back to Map Runner, now we're looking at that same part of the map. This is that circle. So it lets you know, like, this is a mission here, and you can click on the mission. It tells you what it does, what you need for it. So it's not really cheating. It's just information that you're going to find out eventually along the way. But a lot of the things that you'll find on this is like upgrade locations. Like this upgrade location is just out of this ring, and you don't really know it's there until you drive over here to do stuff. But this tells you there is a upgrade for this Fleet Star, which is the one that we just put in the garage. So we're going to go around, collect watchtowers, get upgrades, kind of get some of the map explored. But that's basically the gist of the game, is to do all of these tasks. And like I said, it's a really neat game. I'm enjoying playing it, and we will keep doing it together. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.